Good morning. Good morning. Or good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are, whoever you are. Hello and welcome back to the channel. And if it's your first time, hello and welcome in. My name is Matty, ready to elevate your energy and put a grin above your chin. And today I want to share a little philosophy with you, a thought, an idea that I heard earlier and just felt the need to put out this video. So that thought was, how can you hit a target that you can't see? Let that sink in. How do you expect to hit a target that you can't see? And I think, to me anyways, that resonated so heavily because for many years, I felt as if I was doing all the right things. I was maintaining a good mental and physical state. I kept showing up and really giving everything that I did my all, but it seemed like nothing truly magnificent began to change. My bank account might have changed a little bit, but other than that, I still felt a feeling of emptiness. Still felt this feeling of, what am I doing and why am I doing it? Why do I feel the need to continue to wake up early and do these things when it's really not benefiting anyone in a major way, in more than just a money aspect? And you hear all these wealthy individuals, celebrities, people that are, notable in society. They all say money can't buy happiness. And, to me, I think that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Money can 1000% buy happiness. Money can buy happiness. The problem is, and here's where it comes back with, the target, and we're going to get into it a little bit more after this, but money can buy happiness, but it can't buy fulfillment. Money can buy you a new car, but it cannot buy you the family members that have passed in your life. Money can buy you a new house, take you on a trip to somewhere beautiful you've never been, all expenses paid in a sense, but you can still feel empty when you lay your head down on that pillow at the end of the night, whether you have Egyptian cotton high thread sheets or whether you're sleeping on a cot. And it's important to understand that it's not about happiness in life. Happiness is like the branch of a tree, but it's not the root of the tree. The root of the tree that develops and grows the branch, which is happiness in this case, is fulfillment. And the only way to get to a level of fulfillment, in my own personal belief and perspective, is to do what you love, what you're passionate about, and what you, without a doubt, believe and feel is your purpose. Once you start committing yourself to that way of looking at life, the better your life almost immediately begins to feel, and then after feeling it for a while, it becomes. And it's important to understand, like I said, how can you expect to hit the bullseye of a target when you can't see the target? So maybe it's not that you've been doing the wrong things work-wise. Maybe it's not that you're not grinding hard enough, not doing the work. Maybe you're doing all the right things in that aspect, but you're like a person just going out for a walk with no destination, which is beautiful if you just plan on going out for a walk and that's your intention. But for many people, I think we wake up every day, we don't really know why we do what we do beyond a paycheck and benefits and trying to support a family, and we create all these excuses that seem legitimate when in all actuality they are just cop-outs and things that we tell ourselves to try to convince ourselves of the reality of the situation, that we are just doing what we were told we should be doing and not doing what we feel we should be doing. And I know that this may resonate with a lot of you, and it may also make a lot of you feel a little bad about what you're doing in life. And I urge you to stop for a moment, take a couple of deep breaths if you're feeling that way and kind of the bad state. And I need you to just breathe it out. because you can only be in this moment right now. And you can't be anywhere else, no matter how much money you have, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from. You can't go back in time. You can't go forward in time. You only ever have the present moment. So while you're here, why not take a sheet of paper and start writing down what you're feeling? As your emotions pop up of what you're feeling, write them down on the paper and just keep going until you feel those thoughts come out of your mind and onto the page. And when you get no more, you're done. You're done the exercise. And after enough writing and looking at all the things that you're feeling in the moment, you can start to acknowledge what is actually existing in the present and what is just a thought. And when you are thinking, you're thinking in two different ways. One is a thought of lack, scarcity, and fear. And another way is love, optimism, and abundance. And depending on which side of that you're on is how you're gonna feel in the present moment a lot of times. So you can access different areas of your mind once you start doing simple exercises like this. And maybe, like I said, it's not that you've been working poorly. It's not that you haven't been doing what you should be doing. It's just that maybe you need to shift your direction. Maybe you need to shift your vision. Maybe you need to create that target that you're trying to, sling that arrow at in order to hit it. And I think that it will do you a serious amount of good if you can just remove all the noise from your life for a few minutes before you go to bed every day, and maybe when you first wake up, when no one is around, and when you can take some moments to yourself, which every one of us has, even if you try to tell me that you don't have the time. You do, and you can also learn how to capitalize on the time that you have. Even a few minutes a day of visualizing what it is that you want to create and receive and feel in life is gonna do something chemically to your body that you never felt before. So instead of waking up and repeating the same process over and over like it's Groundhog Day, why not take this moment, take today, take right now to spark a change within yourself and to truly give this a shot. Develop the target, create the target, know what you're aiming at in life, and you'll be able to hit that bullseye. That being said, thank you so much for tuning into this beautiful video. If it resonated with you at all, please consider sharing it with someone that you know. And also, we create these videos weekly, so if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you're more than welcome to. If not, no big deal. I'm not going to be hurt either way. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on by, catching a vibe while we elevate your mind. If you want, comment below the most impactful moment in this video for you, and I will catch you on the next one. This is Matty Pace coming at you live, saying one life, one love. I'm out, baby. You're built for this. Ooh, that one was fire.